Okay, so we're losing Kelsey for the first 4 games of the season. Well, basically missing him through week 2 through actually just 2 through 4, I think. So yeah, that kind of bites. Really does. Not sure. Well, we have a media question. Many folks, including yourself, thought this team would perform better last season, but things did not come together. How do you avoid that again this season? Staff has to stay on point. Players in the locker room need to stay focused on our goals. This is a playoff team. They need to show that every week. Stop by forgetting last season. This is a different team. Yeah. So, that just makes sense. Okay, we're just going to advance to next week. But basically what we're going to do is I am going to quickly check. Well, first thing we can check is free agents. Is there anybody that's a center that's signable? That is better than what we have right now. Okay. Let's look at our roster. Yeah, he's a 67. Yeah, I just wouldn't mind having somebody that could be a little bit better of a run blocker at center. I mean, my next couple weeks, it's going to be key to be able to continually run the ball. And without Kelsey, I'm really having my doubts. The problem is if I tried to sign somebody. Okay. Did we lose anybody from our... Yeah. See, the Broncos signed. Okay, so if I look up my practice squad... Let me look at my practice squad right now. Here's my practice card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? I thought we only could have 10. We have more than that? I'm confused. Can we have more than 10 now on our thing? If that's the case, can I put him on? Can I move him to the? I can move him to the. Yeah. Good. Okay, good. That's what I want to do. And then what I can do, it means I have an extra spot available. And he doesn't, I don't need him to play. Well, actually, let me see about, maybe I can, how much cap do I have? Because I wouldn't mind having another younger long-term center. Let's see. Right now I have $23 million in cap space. Okay. Okay, let's see. I want to upgrade position. At the center position. Okay, this is good. Okay, it's not helping me. You're not helping me. He's not young enough. He's possible. Wow. 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 Okay. Now, see, this isn't too bad. I like it that he's younger. He's good strength. Okay, he's ranked 31. And if he got a chance to play some, Okay. The thing is, I might not have to offer too much. Okay, so I want him. Interesting enough, they also would like to have a center. Okay. But here's what I can do for you. I am willing to give you a draft pick. And I will give you the 4th round draft pick for your, well, actually, see if they would do the 7th. Okay. I figured I'd ask. I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask. What, a 5th? Okay. How about a 4th next year? I really don't want to give anything for next year's draft because I have a lot of players that are coming off the block. I need the extra picks. All right, well, you want to do me a favor. If you're going to do that, and I'm going to trade you a 3. I'd really like your 6th for this year. Oh, man, they're killing me. Okay, let's see if this does it. Ooh. Okay. At this stage, if I gave you the 7, would you do it? Wow. Okay. I will give you the 7th next year as well. And there we go. Gave a 3rd next year and my next 2 7th round picks, which really doesn't matter anyway. This works for me. It gives me a center to put at the top of my depth chart. Which is right now crucial. I mean, obviously he's my top, and that means he gets to play. Yeah, and if he can build up a little bit, then he could be a feature here for years and years to come. So that is like a huge deal. Okay. And we guess we have to wait to see what the Raiders wind up doing because their roster is short now. But we'll see. So let's get to playing this week's games. The Giants, funny enough, were the only team to get a victory last week. So let's look at our weekly strategy. I'm actually more worried about the run game. And offensively, I'm not going to change much. I want to run the ball. 300 yards offense. Yeah, let's do that. That should do it. And really hoping that we don't get anybody injured. We got back strain for our backup left guard. Why is it when the reps are for starters? I don't get it. When he gets a back strain. Okay. So again, we have to make sure that we slow down Dalvin Cook. And we're home, and it's on Monday Night Football. That's pretty cool.
It's week 2 of the National Football League, and this one features Eric Kendricks. Terrorized the offense last week, making 13 tackles. It's the Vikings and the Eagles under the lights on Monday night.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, we wrap up an intriguing week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The numbers for Sanders last week, 20 carries, 130 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get to play action and throw the ball deep later on.
Okay, 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Hurts finding Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. He'll drop to throw. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Eagles had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll try and run forward with Sanders. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Our game here, the Vikings and Eagles, the 2nd of 2 on this Monday night. The Titans and Bills kicked off a little over an hour ago up in Buffalo. This, our only Monday night doubleheader of the season, but rumor is might have a few more for 2023.
Come on. Hey. 60 Vikings.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
A nice game there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Sanders. They're looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain.
Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Going for it with Sanders. And this time he is in. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown of the new
decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. I think going for it there on the opening drive, CD, if you're that close to the end zone, seems like a no-brainer, and they're able to cap things off with a touchdown.
I think that he was imagining the message he would send to his team if he called for the field goal unit at that point. Great drive, got it all the way down there. You're telling your offense, I believe in you, and you're also telling your defense, hey, if they don't score, we've got it covered.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead it 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They start the drive with Cook. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 16 carries, 63 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Cook. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
He had to fight for every yard on that one. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
Just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Eagle pressure, too much this time.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
This offense returns to the field. And the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him.
And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And even 50 receiving yards for him now in his first quarter alone, and also a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now back to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Here we go, here we go.
Another run here with Sanders. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That's hard, sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Cook following the penalty.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
In any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back
and he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away.
Scott to return it. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense.
He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the run-up.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Sanders. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And now a pause because we've got A.J. Brown dinged up on that last play, and they're going to have to get some medical attention to it. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out.
Come on. Hey.
They go play action with Hurts. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 71 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Here we go. Back.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Steps away. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Steps away to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from that ditch so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. And he completes it to Wilson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. Albert Wilson, 67 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump, and he's able to continue his way downfield
and wind up in the end zone.
And looking at the next-gen stats, he covered better than 60 yards after that initial contact was made. The extra point up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And space tough to come by there, as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop the throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Cousins now. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A first down throw for Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Cousins now from the 50. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it will be incomplete. Trying to dive the long way out there, but it will be 3rd down.
The dime looked on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field, covering up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Cousins. It's brought in by Wilson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials indicating so, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and they'll remain down by 2.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Elliott is good, and they will push the lead up to 12-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks have told us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the Ravens who get the win at home. Lamar Jackson, 3 touchdown passes as his guys moved to 2-0 on the young season. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Matthew Stafford.
The Raiders and Cardinals, they should have played already since this is Monday Night Football.
Finally, let's get right to the center of
That's
the
really
US
screwed up.
map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, a touchdown run in the victory. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both these teams making their final halftime adjustments. We're just about ready to get back to football. So for the call of the second half, we get back up to Philadelphia and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get that first down.
Rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on third down. Throwing is Cousins.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Here's Cook again.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now Cousins.
And they try to set up the screen, but they're almost disastrous as it falls incomplete. Very nearly a turnover, but it's 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. This is taken at the 15. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
So here are the Eagles to take over. You think back to last week, they dropped that game to the Detroit Lions. Now they're trying to make amends here as they've got the football and the lead. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 23.
He'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
85 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter, his second sack of the night.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
With the football going back to the Vikings offense.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Cousins throw complete there to Smith.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 2nd down, Cook. A beautiful fake. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of. We're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to have great field position as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They start on the ground here at Sanders, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. with Sanders. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
113 yards on the ground now for Sanders. He's got a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
That's a room to run now. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Miles Sanders, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run may be his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that one. We're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers. All of them kind of moving as one. And look at the end result. Big plays.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. Buying time to his left. That is caught by Thielen. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Now Cousins.
On the comeback route, he's got Jefferson.
This past the 30. Going out of bounds. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
166 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
If you can... like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter. I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
They run with a man from La Tech. It's Boston Scott.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there on that play. I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They go again with Scott. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
He hit his first. Now this from 43. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So an important one there as they widen their lead in this fourth quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Vikings head out to take over once again. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Back to it after the pick 6. Cousin. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. And he'll just get rid of it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start. To the air again, it's Cousins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The kick is strong, and now it's 4th down.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. On the carry, this is Scott. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Scott. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Here's Scott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
He's had success running the football. This is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So Flying Eagles fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Eagles, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener.
And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, so that week 1 was just seemed like it was an aberration of me just making mistakes with Hurts throwing it in bad situations and making mistakes and being pressured. So just got to adjust to my game plan, play a little bit better, and it seems like it works out when I do that. So until next time, this is David B69. I'm out. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.